David Sills has had a good camp. I was just curious what you've seen out of him.
Yeah, David Sills is doing a really good job. He's a really smart guy. He's working hard. He'll go in there and play all the positions. I told guys the other day he's a rep stealer. He has his reps that he's going to go ahead and run his reps, but then he'll steal some other reps. If he sees guys running down the field, he'll jump in there and say, I got him. So I like that about him, though. He jumps in there, no matter what position it is. He goes there and plays and executes his assignments.
Pat Leonard.
Hey, Tyke, what jumps out to you about C.J. Board and Austin Mack? Why have they been able to earn some trust to date?
Well, I think the thing with C.J. is you see it immediately, his speed. He has speed. He's really good speed off the ball, really fast, sudden out of his breaks. And he's got, a little bit of experience in the league too. The thing with Austin Mack is his knowledge. And that's what all those rookies, those guys came in the spring and really learned the offense. And Austin Mack's a super smart guy. He plays, he can play any position. He's a tough guy. He's a physical guy. He's a very, very dependable. And so that's the thing to stand out with him to me.
How much did you need to see a young receiver on the field now, having not worked with them on the field in the spring? Or did you know who these guys were anyway, just because of how much tape you've watched and seen them before?
Yeah, I think it's different when you do it from college and NFL. So I think for those guys, you need to see all of them, but especially the young guys coming in, see how they adjust to the speed of the NFL, and see who's going to accept the challenge day in and day out, who's going to back down. And all three of those rookies, they accepted the challenge. They're stepping up. It's not too big for them. Two guys played Ohio State, one played LSU. So, playing big-time football is not, too big for them. And I think they're doing really well.
I wanted to ask you about Alex Bachmann. He's a guy who came in late last year. You spent some time with him on the practice squad, but he's flashed seemingly since we stepped out there to watch your practices last Monday. Where does he fit in, and what do you like about his skill set that maybe translate to some of the things that you guys want to do?
Well, I think a lot like Sills in the fact that, he knows all the positions. He knows well, so he can plug in anywhere, which is you need to have guys like that to be able to plug in anywhere. He's very knowledgeable. He's adjusted well to where we're going against the competition we're going against. We're gonna have to see him more, going against, really good on good. What I mean by that is really going against the ones and going against man coverage, everything to see how much improvement he can make with that. But he's been working his butt off. He's done a really good job, and the more he goes out there and make plays, the more opportunity he'll get.
How much of a challenge is it? I mean, when you see him, he does look like a prototypical slot guy. How much is it a challenge for him to steal those reps when you have such experienced guys who have produced in the slot, like Golden, like Shep, and going forward?
Yeah, I think the thing that helps him and all the young guys is a lot of time in practice. We'll split practices and have guys working in two spots, so they're getting all the reps. Like every rep that Golden or Shep would get is every rep Alex Bachmann would get as well. So that's been a really good thing how Coach Judge structured practice to where all the guys are getting, a lot of reps. So that helps a lot.
This offense could be really good, but do you think you have enough weapons at the wide receiver position?
Yes, I do. Weapons, this is just an opinion of one person, but I think all these guys are NFL football players, and they're all here for a reason. And it's up to us to coach them up to get them to play the best within the system that we possibly can. So do I believe we have enough weapons? Yes. I mean, everybody's always looking for the biggest, strongest, fastest guy, but not necessarily fit the system that you're running. I think these guys fit perfectly for what we're running, and we'll expect a lot out of them, and we'll get a lot out of them.
Obviously, you have familiarity with Darius and Shep and Golden from last year, but it's a new offense. So I'm curious, how much is new, or how much does that familiarity help you when you're teaching these guys this year?
That's a good question. People ask it all the time about different systems and everything and how it fits, but running curl flat is running curl flat. No matter, you can call it Hank, you can call it sixes, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But it's still the same plays. Everybody in the NFL run the same plays. It's just a matter of how you call it. So it's just getting used to the terminology. But the same plays that we're running here is the same plays we ran, 2 years ago. Same play I ran 6 years ago. It's really the same stuff. It's just a matter of getting used to the terminology. But so you still kind of coach it the same, and they still kind of know conceptually the same stuff. Just got to learn different terminology.